Hey, hey. You gotta unmute your mic. You muted. There you
Vanity's
go.
Live.
Hey, hey.
Welcome to Vanity's Live, everybody.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Welcome to Vanity Live. We in this thing again. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. We got another wonderful Vanity's Live for you guys today. You're looking cute as
I
usual.
was just about to say you look cute, sis. I'm loving the shades. Period.
Bam.
It's giving chic. Okay.
It's chic.
Yes. I'm so happy to see you again. I'm so happy that we are here again on
I
Vanity's
know.
Live. Yet another Sunday.
Yet
Y'all still
another
rocking with
Sunday.
us. Excuse me.
Ooh.
Still rocking with us. We still rocking with each other. And we still have guests rocking with us. So just
Yes, we
know
got
this is
another.
gonna keep going.
We got another fire guest for you guys today. He is all that and then some. And we just love him. He's going to bring the heat for you, a little sauce for you, a little spice for you guys today. So we're excited to bring him on. But before we do that, we're going to introduce ourselves. And today, I think I'll start it off today. My name is Sharice Slate. I'm hailing from the Detroit, Michigan. I've been in the game for just a little bit. Started as a hairstylist in Detroit. Been a platform artist, a salon owner. Been a personal for several artists, and then I ventured on into TV and film. I am currently working in LA on an amazing show called Government Cheese. Me and my girl Ray, and also a special guest as well. And we've been having such a great time. I've had an awesome opportunity to work and travel around the world doing what I absolutely love to do. I've worked on shows like Apple, Hulu, Disney, Paramount, and several other shows. And I'm just blessed to be here. I also have a mentoring group, and we had them on last week, and we had a great time. And we're here every Sunday, 5 Central, 3 p.m. Pacific, and 6 p.m. Standard Time to share with you some amazing guests like the guests that we're having coming on today and give them their flowers. So, with that being said, I'm going to give it to Ray, and then we're going to bring in our trivia question and then our amazing guest so he can bring some fire to you guys. Turn it over
What
to
up, y'all? My name is Ray. I go by Ray Dion professionally. I am from Fort Worth, Texas, and very much a Cowboys fan. But I must say, let's go Mavs. Okay, let's go Luke Kendrick. Okay, uh, Luke Kendrick Dontavius is what they call him in Dallas, but y'all may know him as Luka Doncic. Anyway, Anyway, I want to congratulate the Mavericks on their win, and we ready to go to the ship. So I just wanted to say that one time for the city. Also, too, I have been blessed to work on some incredible productions with some amazing, talented people, from makeup artists to hairstylists to wardrobe stylists to electricians, gaffers, riggers, um, people in the sound department, let's producers, directors, writers, script supervisors. The list goes on. As y'all know, here on our show, the list definitely goes on because
it.
we show so much love to so many people in the industry, from all walks of life, all departments, and we are just so blessed to be able to shake hands, rub shoulders, and share smiles and share space with all of these people in the industry. And so I am so happy that you guys have joined us today. I'm so happy to have our guest today. He is a light every time he steps into the trailer. He is a light every time he's on set. His energy and his talent, I don't know, they just keep upstaging each other. The energy, the talent, energy, talent. Like you just,
And don't
it's
forget
so
the
much of it,
clothes,
and
because
it's
he's
so
always
and
fire.
the clothes, honey, because the
Girl,
Amiri pants that he had on the other day, everyone
yes.
was asking the questions. What are those? Where do I get them? He does the thing, and he's so I mean, humble, and he's so himself, you know what I'm saying? But also he knows his strength and his power in the most, what's the word I'm looking for?
Kind.
In the most special way, and in a
Yeah.
kind way. Because it's okay, y'all, to know that you're powerful. It's okay to know that you have strength. It's okay to live in that because God blessed you with that. And if you ain't
Mhm.
living in what God blessed you with, then you're telling God that He didn't do a good job with what He blessed you with. So
Mhm.
you can show that you appreciate God by living in what He blessed you with. You don't have to dim your light. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's another lie. But before we get into our guest, I think it's trivia time.
It's trivia time.
Let's do it. Y'all ready? Okay, boom. Here's our trivia question. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, so what? Let me pull it up here again. It's right in front of me. Duh. Let me start from the beginning. I'm gonna let it roll with you guys. Okay. What is the number one makeup item that every film and makeup artist must have in their kit? Number one, foundation, or A, I'll say. B, mascara. C, concealer. And D, setting spray. What is that
Mm,
main thing that every makeup artist should have in their kit? Is it
mm.
foundation? Is it foundation, you guys? Is it the main thing that you should have in your kit? Is it mascara? Is that the one thing that you must have? Is it concealer? Or is it
hmm
setting spray? What is that must have thing that you should have in your kit? Drop it in the
Now
comments.
I'm gonna go over to Instagram because we have a lot more interaction on Instagram. Hey to everybody that is watching us from several different platforms. We streaming
We are
on
streaming.
Instagram, we're streaming on YouTube, and we're streaming on Facebook simultaneously. God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. And so we are interacting right now with everybody. Hop into the comments, say what you got to say. We want to know what your answer is. On Instagram, Timothy M. Nolan says, "Hi, good evening, Sharice and Ray. Good evening, Timothy.
Good
Hello to
evening.
everybody that's joined us on Instagram. We got some answers too on Instagram. I see a B mascara. I see setting spray. Let's see.
The
We don't
number
have any
one
comments
thing,
on
you
this
guys,
side.
the number
The
one
number
thing,
one thing. I ain't
is it
gonna lie. I don't
mascara?
know.
Is it foundation? Is it concealer? Is it setting spray? What is that number
We're gonna give
one
y'all a little
must have?
background music. Little background music while we
And we
doing
can have
this.
our special guest talk about that thing that you must have, that thing that just brings it all together.
We ready for a little background music while they trying
Yeah.
to figure it out. Maybe they
And
need a
make
little
sure
help, a
that
little
you
music.
guys follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. If you're not on all those platforms, make sure you jump on them. And also, we have we ticking and a talking, you guys. So make sure you follow us on TikTok as well.
It's the ticking and talking for me,
Ticking
honey.
and a talking over here, you guys. So
Let's
make sure
see.
you
Looks like we got an all of the above. Wait a minute. Now that's not one of the
that's not listed.
answer choices. Somebody else said a good attitude.
Oh, that's a
All of those are
must.
great things. Great
But that's
things.
not on the list.
Not necessarily the answer choice that we're looking
Is it
for,
A,
but
foundation, B, mascara, C, concealer, or D, setting spray? The number one thing out of all those things that I talked about, which one is a must have?
okay. Mm,
You
mm,
ready?
mm. All right. Y'all ready for the answer? What's the
Drum
answer to
roll.
this?
The drum roll answer is a must have, and most women who wear makeup always has this on: foundation, you guys. Foundation. You're
Foundation.
gonna find that at every makeup artist kit. You got to have that foundation, honey.
Yes. Okay, there it is. Now y'all had an answer. Let's see. Kaylin said mascara.
You're gonna have
It's
that foundation,
foundation,
honey.
y'all. Look, but I'm with you because I don't wear a lot of makeup. I don't wear foundation. I am gonna have a lip liner. I'm gonna have some lip gloss. I'm gonna have a lash. I'm gonna have some eyebrow and some mascara.
But sweetie, please believe every makeup artist on set, she's gonna have some
Hmm.
foundation in her bag.
Right,
Guaranteed. Not
right,
just one,
right.
not just two, but we will have several shades, okay?
I know that's right,
Mascara,
and you better
that will
because
be
you
there,
have
but
so
you better
many
bring your
people with so
foundation.
many different skin tones,
Right.
And if you don't have a skin tone, you may have to create something, mix it together. I know
We're
that's
gonna have
right.
all of them. Let's please be honest. But you better not come without your foundation,
Well,
okay?
you can't have every skin tone. Sometimes you gotta create it. I've seen that happen on set a lot of times where people may be a lot more red, warm red, or they may be more olive, and you have to like
Right.
mix a couple of foundations together just to like match what their skin tone is. I've
Absolutely.
had that happen like when I get my makeup done and they can't find exactly a tone to match my skin tone, or I've tanned or something, Lord knows. But
Nobody's one
anyway,
tone.
yes, exactly. Anyway, I think it's time for us to bring our guest on.
Are y'all ready for them? Are y'all really ready?
Y'all ready? Let's give a good Vanities Live. I don't know what this is called. Good. Let's throw some hearts up like we do
Throw
on V
some hearts
Live.
up, you
A good,
guys.
a good Vanities Live welcome to our friend Terrance. You ain't throwing
Come
up
on
your
in,
hearts, sis.
Terrence. Huh?
You ain't throwing up your hearts. You ain't throwing up your
Okay,
hearts.
my hearts. Okay. My mouth is crooked. Hey,
Yes.
Terrence.
Yes.
Hey, welcome
Hey,
aboard.
what's going on,
Good to
ladies? How
see
y'all
you
doing?
representing.
Okay,
Okay.
a
What
little
you
something,
got on
a
there?
little
Like
something, something, a little
Wait a
light.
minute. I ain't gonna go get mine because it's all the way
Okay,
downstairs. But
yeah, I didn't think y'all was gonna call me out. I was trying not to get in trouble. I was just kind of like, but
it's cute though. It's
how
cute.
y'all doing?
Good.
Happy
How are
Sunday.
wonderful.
you? Happy Sunday. The weather looks great where you are.
I know.
Child, right? I should have gave my sunglasses like Sharice over there. I'm like, listen,
Okay.
Look, I was tired from
Listen.
working 16 hours. I
listen,
was like,
hot,
whoo,
hot.
Yo, we got it in, right?
we put some work in yesterday, right?
It was
Yes,
a great
we
day, though. It
did.
didn't even
It was a
feel
great
like a
day.
long day. It didn't
It
feel
was a
Yeah.
long. It's
great
always
day.
amazing being an amazing company. So
Yes.
it was a great day.
It
I
was. Why
agree.
don't you
I
tell
agree.
our viewers who you are and give them a little history about Terrence?
Okay, so here I'm gonna put some shades on really quick. Sorry, you guys.
Oh, is that what we
I'm
doing? Hold
I'm
on,
sorry.
because I
Yeah,
got
I'm giving a
I
Sharice
got
really
a little
quick
something with
Okay,
our
come on, give
cane.
him a
Hold
because
little
I'm
on.
here
vibe
for it.
here.
It's
Okay,
okay.
now
Good.
So,
we all
um,
gonna give him a vibe. All right, I love
I
it.
mean, it has to. The sun is out. I need a little.
It's
Um,
giving vibes
but
today. Hold on.
Okay, so my background, I'm a makeup artist. I began makeup in around 2010. It really wasn't, I have to say it was ordained. God really had a plan for me that I did not have for myself.
Mm,
Um, yes, I was very, very blessed to see myself in a light that God seen me in versus the things that I had planned for myself. I became a makeup artist through reaching out to someone on Facebook. Ironically, that person became the makeup artist that was on my very first job. Um, and we clicked. We clicked so much that I became his assistant for 5 years.
Hmm.
I traveled with him. I worked with him. A lot of his celebrity clients became my clients vicariously. Um, and again, I was just very fortunate, and it became a career of mine. I fell in love with makeup. I fell in love with doing what I did. And they said you love something when you do it for free.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't the money, it wasn't the fame or the celebrity that I was chasing after or the people that I was chasing after. It was truly a job that I fell in love with. I fell in love with what it gave me back. Um, and 5 years later, doing celebrities, those clients that became mine, with the 10-year span, I became a union makeup artist, Union 706, and I've loved it ever since. This has really became a career.
Okay. He's being a
That's
little what?
awesome.
What is he being a little, Rachel?
Modest. We like to
Okay.
stay
So let's
modest.
you're gonna
You
tell
know,
us
one
who
thing,
you're
it's
working with.
okay to pop your stuff a little bit on Vanity's Live. That's what we here for. Give you your flowers, honey. Let's have it.
Yes. So tell us some of the people you've worked with over the course of your modest career here.
My gosh. So, I mean, I've had the privilege of working, some of my first clients were some of the OGs. Stevie Wonder was one of my mentors' clients. So Stevie Wonder, Patty Austin, if you know who those people are, Saida Garrett, she wrote for Michael Jackson at a time in her career. Um, I got to work with Saida Garrett
Don't just hold
again.
up, hold up, hold up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Don't just slide them by that quick like they're just. Are you serious here?
He
Oh,
trying to get the list in. He trying to
yeah.
get that
I
list
mean,
I,
come
in.
on
listen,
now.
I
He
mean, I,
just said that so easy. Like, are you serious?
I
You
mean,
broke that.
she was a really amazing person, but again, this was a point in my career, I'm going to be completely honest, that I wasn't aware of how big some people were. I used to take it to my mom and be like, Mom, do you know who this person is? And she's like, she's doing the same thing you're doing to me, like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, no, I had no idea. Like, I got to work with these such and such people today, and I had no idea who they were. um, but
Wow.
again, now in my career, I've understood the heaviness of who these people were. But yeah,
Hmm.
I got to work with Sierra on a project when she kind of just came in as a special guest.
Hmm.
With you, Miss Charisse. Um, I oh my gosh, Anna Marie Horsford, Rhoda Mitchell. Um, sheesh, the list goes on. I can continue to name drop Maya, Casey.
Hmm.
Casey Lemons is one of my main clients. I love Casey to death. She's a writer and director. She wrote Harriet as well as Eve's Value. If you know anything about Eve's
I know
Value,
that's right.
yeah, those are her films. And she's one of my main clients. I really kind of transitioned into film and TV with my clientele again after joining the 706. So I think that's kind of where my realm lies now. But I've worked with a little bit of everyone.
That's
Yeah,
That's
awesome, Terrance.
amazing.
yeah.
We're so proud of you, honestly. We
Thank you
really
so
are.
much. Thank you so
And
much. I
being
really
able
appreciate
to,
it.
yeah, being able to meet you and work with you has really been great. Um, and I see why, outside of your talent, just your personality and what you bring as a person when you are um, in the room, honey, speaks for itself. Like I
Thank
feel
you.
like sometimes people they hire you for your talent, but they also hire you for who you are as a person as well. And you
Thank
just have that total package.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well,
Terrance,
I
what
like
would
to
you
give.
say?
Sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. You can continue.
I was just gonna say I just really like to give gratitude to God because people don't give enough glory to God, especially being in the positions that we are in. I'm
Hmm.
Hmm.
sorry for anybody, but at the end of the day, I'm not the person that I am through my own will or my own power. I
Hmm.
actually just have the grace and the mercy and the love by being loved by God to be in the position that I'm in. I know there's so many
Amen.
people out there that would love to do what we do and be in the positions that we're in. So every time I step into a room, I think that's the light that's felt is the gratitude being in that place, understanding that people outside of this world are going to clock into their 9 to 5s right now. It's 9 o'clock and
Right.
I'm in the
Yeah.
building with Holly Berry or with Queen Latifah, and somebody is going to their 9 to 5 right now,
Yeah.
and
Right.
I'm grateful.
Right. And it's nothing wrong with that, but you're doing something that you absolutely love, and it's a different type of lifestyle. So
Hmm.
I totally get it, and I totally understand exactly what you're
Yeah.
saying. With no disrespect to anyone who's doing that as well, but I
Absolutely,
totally
at
get and
all.
understand what you're saying.
Hmm.
Um, what would you say to someone who's just starting out and want to walk in the rooms that you're walking in? What would you say to them? How how would they get started, and what are some of the tips that would you give to them?
Hmm. As a person just getting started in makeup, the first thing I would
Hmm.
tell them is love what you do. Have a passion for what you do, because so much of this job has nothing to do with actually applying makeup to a face.
Hmm.
Um, it has so much to do with the person that you are, um, your personality, your heart, how you care for your clients, what they feel when you're around them.
Yeah.
So that's what I would tell them to first hone in on, is who they are and what they want from this business, and how they're going to carry themselves. The second thing is, coming into the business, know which road you want to take, because there's so many different avenues you could take as a makeup artist. You can have a manager and have a manager do editorial work and travel overseas, just depending. You can have an agent and do commercial work. You could go 706 and do television and film. So understanding where you really want to go and being a master of that thing is really, really important. Not trying to, you know be Megan Thee Stallion's makeup artist and be in television and film. And I mean, which is a great thing. I know so many people are capable of doing it. But when you're first starting off, to prioritize, I think, is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. My question, I would say, how important is it to you, especially as somebody that is in so many different parts of the industry? Like, you do hair, I mean, I'm sorry, you do makeup in on red carpets, you work in TV and film, you do print commercials, and you travel quite a bit. How important is it to you as a makeup artist to stay educated and do your continuing education on the new and also the older trends in makeup?
I mean, it's extremely important. You can't become outdated in anything you do. And I'm just, the crazy thing is, I'm just starting to realize that, if that makes sense,
Mhm.
because the generation I came in 10 years ago, so the generational like change is just starting to happen, where makeup is becoming a fresh face makeup. A lot of the people that I came in with came from like a Mac era, um,
Mhm.
where Mac makeup was really popular, and you didn't know makeup unless you was the girl that went to the Mac store.
Hmm.
Um, but now it's a total different vibe. Every girl is so savvy when it comes to makeup and what they want and how they want things, and it's such a visible thing. They're self-teaching at this point. So as a makeup artist, you have to be above the curve, because if not, what are they really? I mean, what are they hiring you for? What is your necessity if you're not up on trends? If you can't teach them something new or show them something that makes them go, I look pretty and I've never tried that before. So yes, I
Mhm.
think it's very important.
Can you talk to our audience about the importance of learning period makeup? Because that's a whole nother realm as well.
Yes.
Yes. So I think period makeup is so important and necessary in makeup in general. Um,
Hmm.
I would, because usually when I came into this business, I was thinking that it was only important for television and film and understanding. But when you really look at makeup at any time and point, you understand that it kind of repeats itself.
Hmm.
Everything, trends in makeup, trends in clothes, and in glasses, they repeat themselves. So to understand the eras and the time periods, you really understand beauty a little bit more. You understand where things came from. And when you understand where things come from, you understand where things can go and where they're going. So it's very, very important. And right now we're working on a TV show, obviously, that's based in the 60s,
Hmm.
so it's amazing to actually watch the transformations and things like that. I watched an actress yesterday literally take her hair off and become a completely different person in front of our eyes. A completely different person, right? And
Right.
so that's the complete importance of knowing period makeup. You literally change these people from who they were to who they need to
To
be for that role.
the character, yes,
You know what's
absolutely.
so
Do you?
interesting? Um, in researching too, can we talk about that as well? I remember when I went back home, I went to a writer's class and they were throwing away these books. And these books were from 1964. And I'm like, can I have those books? And I
Mm.
brought some of those books to set with me. And they were so important because it can take you back to that era when you look at those ads we can use those ads to connect us with this particular period.
Yeah, with that
Can
time,
you
yes.
speak to the importance of research so that we can get the right looks that we're trying to create for this particular show or any show that you're working on that's a period show?
I mean, research is extremely important. Every time I walk into the additional trailer on this show, particularly, there's mood boards set up for us.
Mm-hmm.
And any time where I need a little inspiration or I need a little time, I go back and I look at those families, those authentic families that are sitting there, and the boy is sitting on his mom's lap with these little overalls on, and she has her little flip and her winged eyeliner. And it really, really speaks to that time and those people and how it's almost a feeling that's created when you do research about that time period and how people lived and how people cared about each other. And the things that were available. We were literally talking about the other day that you can kind of do anything at that time because there's a scene where something is going on, which I can't really say, but it's something going on that can never happen in this time period because we have cameras and things that surveil you. And there was no surveillance. There was no, so it's just completely important to know how things work, what makes the time authentic.
We can't hear you, Ray.
Okay,
I'm sorry, y'all can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
got
Hmm.
Oh
you.
my God, or something. Okay. So let's jump back into the topic of talking about life on the road as a makeup artist because Sharice and I both know that you travel a lot, and
Hmm.
I know, and we as well have lived those lives and are living those lives of traveling a lot, going here
Yes.
for work, there for work. How does it affect you, and what do you do to take care of yourself during those times when you're traveling?
Um, Affect me, I won't say that it affects me because I'm going to be completely honest. I don't ever like to be a person that feels like I'm complaining. Again, like I said, I'm so grateful for this life.
Hmm.
Um,
And
I,
affecting you can be negative or positive.
right,
Anything
right.
can have an
No,
effect
this is
on you.
true. This is true. I appreciate that. Um, I, when I'm traveling, I take it as a grain of salt because this is kind of what I asked for.
Hmm.
Um, this is very much so a part of the life that I really wanted and I really dreamed of. So when I kind of get to a place where I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm a little overwhelmed, I tell myself that first of all is that I go back to God and I tell God, this is what I asked for.
Hmm.
Um, and sometimes I really just you have to take self care. That's just all that there is. You have to be truly concerned about yourself. Not everything can be about work. Not
Hmm.
everything can be about the next job. Not everything can be about, what your client needs. Sometimes you have to take a seat and say, let me take some time for me. And that's
Yeah,
just the best thing that you can do.
yeah,
Me and Ray just talked about this last night.
yeah,
How
Mhm.
literally.
as much as you love what you do, there comes a time where you have to prioritize you and say,
Hmm.
you know what? I love what I do, but I need, like exactly what you just said. Let me take a moment for me so I can continue to do what I love.
Yeah,
Yeah. What I
yeah.
like to say is that our cups don't overflow. And a lot of times we need a refilling. And we're not celestial creatures, we're human. And
Hmm.
what we expel has to be put back. And a lot of
Mhm.
times we don't get it replaced by others. We have to do
Hmm.
the replacing ourselves. So in order to replenish yourself, you really need to take that time and just, like I said, refill yourself and self-care, whatever that may be, a massage, going to get your nails done, a mani-pedi, taking a few days off, do that.
Or
Well,
even if it's just doing nothing at all, that's okay. Like, I think
Right.
sometimes we feel as, people in this industry, we're busy, so busy all the time. We're on set all day from the crack of dawn to the butt crack of night, and sometimes we feel like when we're not doing something like we're supposed to be doing something. We even feel like that on set sometimes when we have downtime where we're just sitting there like, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something right now. And those
Right.
are the times where we have to sit and just enjoy that peace because when we don't have it and it's crazy, we wish we had it, you know.
Mhm.
And so we just really have to enjoy those moments, because when we get them, they're God given. You know,
Right.
it's
Amen.
okay to not do something sometimes. I
Mhm.
learned that from Cherise. She's like, girl, sometimes you just gotta sit down. I'm like,
Amen.
okay. I remember I was on set one day and you know, of course we all want to do a great job, you know. We all want to do our job, we all want to do a great job. And I was about to get up to go check on the background, and Vonda was like, girl, they good. They are good.
Right.
You can sit down, they fine. I was like,
Right.
okay. I said, because sometimes you got to tell me to just sit down. I'm
Mhm.
just trying, you know, we would just want to do well. She was like, they good. Sit down. I said, all right,
Mhm.
Mm.
I'm going to go and sit down. You know, and it's okay, y'all. It's all right to sit down sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is-
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What are some of your favorite products that you like to have on the road? Whether it's traveling to do personal work or for TV and film, what are some of your must-haves?
Okay. So my must-haves
Besides
are
your
always going to be
foundation.
right. Right. My must-haves are going to be first off always skincare.
Mhm.
Especially when you're talking about traveling with the client. When they get there, when you get there, it's going to be always something going on with their skin or a little dry. That I don't know. It's something about the airport and the plane. So I would say skincare. I love Charlotte Tilbury.
Mhm.
Her magic cream is amazing. It's a great prep item. I don't do anything without it, I don't think. I also love Bobbi Brown's vitamin C cream. It's an amazing prep for skin. Um, Great for hydration. Um, there's a few other little items that I like that are for skincare from NARS, and also um, I love. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now. Clarence. Clarence skincare is really really amazing. She has a moisture surge cream that's really 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 nice. Also, her double serum is really 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 amazing.
Oh,
Estee Lauder has a serum that's a night cream that will change your life.
okay.
But it's a little. That was a little tidbit, but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
What's a
I'm gonna have to
one
put that in
product
the
that,
bank.
yeah, what's a one product that most people will be shocked that you would use that's not typically a makeup product that you use? It's like,
She like
Olive
really?
milk and
oil. The
magnesia.
olive oil hair sheen spray. They'll be shocked that
Really?
I yes, because it's the most healthy glow for the skin. So when women want that glow on their cleavage and on their legs, a lot of people use
Mm,
like um I would want to say like a highlighter cream, which can be a little messy when they're putting
Mhm.
on their clothes and all that glowing glitter. So I use literally just an olive oil spray and on their legs and on their
Okay.
yeah, and it
See, that's
does
what I'm
does the
talking
job.
about.
Does
that's
the job.
smart.
That's a nice little drop
Man,
of
I
tea.
love that. I love
Mhm.
how we as creatives can still be artists just by even different products that we use to, you know, get the result that we want to get. You know,
Yeah.
everybody has their little thing that they do where you're like,
Yes.
oh
Mhm.
dang, you use that. Okay, that's smart. I
Right.
didn't think about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Like Sharice put me on to
Static clean.
static cling, honey.
Yeah, that's my
Has she
baby.
told you about the static cling?
Okay, so
Terrence,
I need to
has
hear
she
about the static cling.
talk
So,
about the static cling, sis?
oh, the static clean will pull any flyaway out your hair, honey. I don't leave home. I have about 40 cans. I put everybody up on static clean. So if you take some static clean and you see how the hair, especially when you see a lot of backlight, on anything, I always have static clean. And that hair starts sticking away, it snatches it right down immediately. So for those of you guys who see those flyaways, use
Okay.
static clean and it's
There
going,
go your little tidbit.
yes.
Well, there
Yep.
we have it. I will pass it along because y'all do not want me in y'all head.
But see, it's just things like that where along the way you find, like, you know, tricks of the trade, things that just make your life easier on set, and offset. Even if it's just
Yes.
something that has to do with you. Even if it's something as simple as pinning a wig on quickly, like doing a wig wrap. I would not have known at all how to do a wig wrap if it wasn't for being on set. I didn't learn
Mhm.
no wig wrap in the salon.
No,
You
you don't
know,
learn that
you
type
just
of stuff.
like Rosie said on Instagram, you're always learning. You're
Mhm.
literally always learning. Every time you're on a different show, you learn something from several people on the
Right.
show. Whether you like them or not, you learn from them, and
That's
that's the
true.
key. You know. And you guys, if you have any questions for Sharice, Terrance, or myself, please feel free to drop them in the comments. Unfortunately, the way that we're streaming now, we can't see in the questions box on Instagram anymore. So just drop your questions in the comments. I'm sorry, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook, and we'll be able to see your questions in the comments.
Terrence, who are some of your favorite artists that you've had an opportunity, and also part two, what are some of your favorite shows that you've had a chance to work on?
So first, on my favorite artists, I would have to obviously drop my mentor first, Maxie. His name was Maxie. He was amazing. He dealt with so much of Hollywood, and getting to watch him work is a lot of my base of how I do makeup still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that was a person that I really enjoyed to watch work. Tasha Rico Brown, I had the privilege of watching her work. She's a Chanel ambassador artist. Her work is so beautiful and so
I
clean. I
love
love
her.
clean makeup. Um, my goodness, there's so many artists out right now. I've never had the privilege of working with Sam Fine, but I've always enjoyed his work.
Mhm.
Watching his work growing up and just like YouTubing some of his stuff has taught me a lot.
He's amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's an
I've had a chance
amazing
to work
artist.
with him.
Vonda,
Oh my gosh.
like
Vonda.
I literally had the privilege of watching her do a full scarring and beard in probably 20 minutes, um, if that long. Like, and on
Right.
her feet, you understand, on her feet with a kit on her back. So, listen, I have learned so much just being around her about being a makeup artist, the
Mhm.
professionalism, how she carries herself, the passion of her work, the passion of her clients, the care for her clients is immense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you there's not sometimes a mentor is you don't ask for them. Sometimes you just fall upon great people, and she's one of those human beings that I just had the privilege of meeting again through the grace of God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, the list can go on and on. I enjoy so many new makeup artists. I haven't had the privilege of working with again, but um, there's so many out there.
Speaking of Vonda, she did hop into our live last week
Oh
and
my
dropped
goodness.
some tea to our mentees about a class coming up. So y'all don't forget about that because we will be hosting a Vanities Live class with Vonda K. Morris coming very soon. Y'all make sure y'all are tuned in. Y'all are subscribed to us so that y'all don't miss out on that. Because it's going down. I'm
Oh, for
gonna
sure.
say it's going down.
There's going down.
And
Oh,
Yes.
everybody on this live can attest to the fact that it's going down when
oh
we
yeah.
have that class. Yeah.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah,
That's going to be
me
amazing.
either. Me either.
Yeah. She's gonna
I
bring the
want
heat.
to ask you, Terrance, do you prefer working on TV? Do you prefer doing working in TV and film, red carpet, just doing celebrity makeup, print work? What is your like your? Is there a specific thing that's like your niche, or do
My,
you just enjoy it all?
um, I really enjoy my celebrity clients and my television and film work. So it's like it's really a even playing field there for me because I really have a rapport with my clients. I don't really have clients that I just do just to do them. When we're around each other, it's an excitement. It's the joy that I get to see them. It's the same that they give back to me. So again, sometimes even when I'm in television and film, um, I need a break from that, but I can still do my clients because that love that I get from them really fills me again. So like I said, I'm just so privileged to do what I do because each fills me in a different kind of way. Being around the team
Hmm.
on set and coming into that trailer sometimes is a thing that I need, and the love and the hugs when I walk in there, and the music that we're gonna play that morning, and it's a different vibe. So,
And the prayers,
oh my God, God is always in the room. Okay, so
honey.
wherever we go, I always tell him to surround me with the right people. So I just know he's always in the room. Me and you literally rode to set blasting gospel music, and like I said, sometimes I just need that. So it
And do
Yeah.
just
you find
depends.
it's like going to school every time you come to work because you're around so many amazing, talented people. You get to learn because you don't learn this in most schools, you don't necessarily learn all the things that you're going to learn when you're on set.
Right.
It, it's
It's a school of life.
it's a school of life, and every set is a different experience. So you're going to gain something every time you go to work, and it's like a wow factor. It's like you can't wait to get well, at least on our experience on this set. I'll
Right.
just say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
wait to go to work because this has been an amazing experience. I must say this has been one of the best sets that I've actually ever worked on. I will say that. So
Terrance and I were literally talking about that last night. How from background to the directors, everybody is just in such great
Amazing.
spirits, man. I was
yeah,
in line at Crafty the other night, and one of the background actors was telling me, "Yeah, man, I had some friends that were on another show, and they were just telling me how hard it was, and people were mean to them." I told them, "Well, come over here. It's great
yeah,
over here." And I was like, he ain't lying. It is great. Everybody is just has great energy because
yeah,
there's no room for anything else. We're
yeah.
all happy to be where we are, and I don't know. I just feel like God is blessing those with good spirits and good hearts, and will continue to do the same. We do have a question in the comments though.
Great.
It's from Miss Kiki Styles.
Hey,
And she
Kiki.
says, "What are some great starter kit makeup products?"
Okay. Great starter kit makeup products. Let's start from the top. Again, skincare. So, I mean, it depends on, and the crazy thing is we can talk high end or, somewhere that's middle. But I would say let's start more on the low end, drugstore makeup, right? And I was telling just the girls the other day that Fit Me makeup is amazing. Go and get every shade of Fit Me foundation. Um, Again, get you some really, really good skincare to start with. Um, some a place that has some is also Elf. You can get a little bit of Elf skincare. They have some great primers. They have a nice little again moisture like water based skincare that's really really nice. Um, I would say fill your kit with disposables. You need obviously mascara wands, Q-tips, little things like that that's always going to be your best friend. Tissues are always going to be your best friend. Um, Concealer of every shade, um, powder of every shade, um, and I would say mascara, a few lipsticks. I would say maybe three, 3 or 4. I would say get a pink, a nude, a red, and something that you just feel that is a mixable shade that you can make things darker and lighter with. That's going to be, again, your best friend to where you're not spending a whole bunch of money or a palette of lipsticks. Um,
Hmm.
And after that, I think you will have pretty much what you need besides a carrier bag and organization, because that's very important too as a makeup artist with setting up your kit, is having it organized correctly.
Great
Awesome.
advice. Great advice, Terrence. I love that.
Yeah. So that would be
And
my
if you're
little.
on YouTube and Facebook, I'll just type that up and put it in the comments so you don't miss
But just to throw it
that.
out there, right? My mom gave me a little tackle box. Okay, just to put it in perspective for you guys. But
Hmm.
I told her and went to her and I said, I want to be a makeup artist. And she laughed, literally. My mother, okay, like, sure. But she was very supportive. My mother always has been. But she was like, where did this come from? You want to be a makeup artist? Great. And at that, I was such an ambitious kid. I was like, I want to be a celebrity makeup artist,
No, that's right.
Put
right?
it out there.
And
You gotta
she,
speak
but
those
my mother was
things.
a girl that wore makeup. She was that girl. So she literally gave me a tackle box of her things, and I made that work. So as a makeup artist, that's truly more than anything of how to build a kit on what it's about. It's really making it work. We are
Yeah.
magicians, okay? It may be no light in the room. You're gonna have to use your phone. It may,
Hmm.
you may have to have that model stand up, and you have to make that shade work on her and use a lipstick as a contour. You just never know.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
you just have to be creative, honestly.
Can you talk to the mindset of being a makeup artist and a celebrity makeup artist at that?
Um, so I guess I would have to digress because I actually did say I want to be a celebrity makeup artist, but it really
Right.
wasn't my goal. Um, Once I found my mentor, though, like I said, it was such irony, and only God could create the way that it worked out for me because I reached out to him on Facebook. And the
Mhm.
only reason he became my mentor is because he recognized me on set through that message that I sent him on Facebook when I
Mhm.
seen him on set. Um, and so that's where kind of I didn't really have a choice at that point. His clients were people like Holly Berry, like I said, Saida Garrett, um, Christina Milian, like all of these people I had the pleasure of working with and meeting through him. And I didn't really have a choice at that point. Um, but I think more than, like I said, more than being a celebrity makeup artist, make sure you have a passion for what you do, because that celebrity, that person is going to feel the passion that you give them through what you do.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to keep a person around. Being a celebrity makeup artist is not the important thing. Client retention is important. And I see so many people do so many people, and it's amazing, but it really says something to, you're just kind of, you're just kind of giving them the run of the mill. And I really enjoy the relationships that I have with my clients versus the fact that they're celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You said something, or you did something that was very important. I hope people caught that. You weren't afraid to go out there. You jumped and you went after what you wanted. You didn't just, people see us on this live and they're like, but I'm scared. And I'm
Mm,
like, you can't make it happen if you don't do anything about it. I
Mm-hmm.
always say jump and grow your wings on the way down. But you got to move. They're
mhm.
not going to knock on your door and say, Terrance, guess what? I want you to do my makeup. No,
Yeah.
Terrance is going to reach out there and touch someone. So what you did was bold enough to go on someone's DM and say, hey, I want help. And
Yeah,
you'd be
Mm-hmm.
surprised how many people say, you know what? Well, I'm willing to help you, but they're not going to come to you.
right.
You're going to have to
Mm-hmm.
reach out. We have many people in our lives, and for those who are watching, many of them will say, hey, jump in my DM. If they've opened the door for you to jump in their DMs, my
Do it.
suggestion would be for you to do that very thing.
Mm,
Jump in their
Exactly.
DM. And if you
Dive
don't,
in.
you know, shame on you. So,
Yeah.
if you want it, you got to go get it. You have to be hungry. Hungry people eat. I say this all the time. And if you're not
Absolutely.
hungry, you're going to be a skeleton over there. But if you want it, go
Yeah.
for it with a vengeance. That's the only way you're
Absolutely.
going to get what you want.
You
I
miss
agree.
100% of the shots that you don't take. If
Mm,
you
Thank
don't
you.
take the shot, you never know. You may brick, you may airball, or you may hit it right in the net. So if
Absolutely.
you don't shoot your shot, you never know what's gonna come of it. And then we've had several people on our lives that have given the blueprint, but
Yes.
so many people have missed it,
mm,
just because they didn't use Vanity's Live as the resource that it is. I
yeah.
remember I was reading Rick Ross's book, y'all, and in this book, this man put his address in the book and said, if you have a mixtape, if you have this, that, and the third, mail it to me. I'll take the time to listen to it. He said, but most people will never see this because they're never gonna pick my book up and read it. There
Absolutely.
are several resources that are out here, and they're free and they're available for everybody. But if you don't
Mhm.
take advantage of those resources, you're really
Mm,
only doing yourself a disservice. And you can't be
Absolutely.
upset at anybody else because it's there for you. You just didn't take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
So if you sit back and you wonder, well, why isn't this happening and this happening? You got to look within first. You got to look at the man or the woman in the mirror and ask yourself, what
Mhm.
can I be doing better to change the trajectory of my career or my life right now? What did I miss? Let me go back and watch some of these lives. Now I see
Absolutely.
they not just telling me to subscribe to them on YouTube because they want followers. Now I see they not telling me to just to follow them on Instagram because they want extra followers. They really got something to tell us and they really trying to help.
yeah.
Speak,
So yeah,
sister. Speak.
again, subscribe to us on YouTube.
Right. And we also invited you to jump in our DMs. And if you don't, then we don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
one
what
of
to
my
tell
biggest
you.
tidbits as new makeup artists. I always tell them, find a mentor. Find a mentor,
Yes,
find someone that you
yes.
really click with and work with them. I know at this time, it's such a cheat sheet to it because you could just hop on Instagram. I remember a person that
Yes.
was one of my mentors telling me they used to have to go into the hair book and look at the credits to see who
Right.
did the hair
Hmm.
and track them down. So
Yes.
it's a
Yes.
whole different time, and this is amazing for the people that can just reach out.
Yeah, because I didn't
I
have
still do that.
Instagram and all that kind of stuff. We, like you said, we had to track
Mhm.
people down and go after it. I remember when I was starting a business, I would go in the back of books, like you said, open up the drawers. Where's this company at? Write down the address, go
Mhm.
look up the phone number, look in the yellow pages for stuff. I was
Mhm.
hungry, so I went after it. But if you don't go after it, you can't expect it to happen and be mad when you see somebody else on TV or living their best life because they were hungry enough to go after it. There's no
Facts.
um, um, such thing as an overnight sensation. People work hard to
Mhm.
get to where they are. It just didn't happen. They worked for it.
Mhm.
And if you want it, you got to go get it.
Mhm.
Amen. I
That's one
agree.
thing about it. That is one thing about it.
Do
Before
we
we
have
get
any
off
more
of here,
questions? Where are
your
we?
experience is so valuable that we all share. Thank you, Val Wicksmith says, thank you for sharing your experiences are so valuable that we all share.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime.
And let me see. I was looking back to see if we had any other questions on Instagram. I don't see any more. But don't forget, you guys, we have a couple of more minutes left on this live. If you have any questions, please, 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 please drop them in the comments. We have Terrance here for just a few more minutes. Outside of that, after this live, it's up to you to reach out to him on your own. You know what I mean? So
And Terrence, where can they find you if they want to follow you? Where can they find you?
I have an Instagram. My Instagram is makeup by underscore T. Very simple. The icon is going to just be um, a green symbol that has makeup by T in it. It's very easy to find. I'll pop up. You'll see all my work.
All right. And he's such a
okay.
nice, amazing person, as you guys can already see. He has
Oh,
so much
thank you.
information to share. He's just such a good person, full of all types of. Y'all got to see him in person. He
I
just
just love you.
fire. His clothes, y'all, un-
Honey.
understatement of all he brings. Fire.
Listen, I learned from
And
y'all.
you know
Okay.
what?
Y'all making me pick up
Oh,
my game because I can't be coming on a set just looking any old kind of way with Ray being
honey.
cute. Okay. And then Sharice coming up in there cute with always got having the shades and the style. Y'all just are too cute. So I have to pick it up because of
Honey,
y'all.
we gonna bring it, ain't we? We do have another question. Another question. I'm sorry. Do you offer classes or online classes for beginners in makeup? Um, Wait. Do you offer classes or online classes for beginners in makeup? But I'm a hairstylist looking to have some foundation. I, I, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so the question is she's a hairstylist, but she's asking if I give classes and courses online.
Yes. I think yes. Yes.
Like, as Ray has stated, I really do. I'm on the road a lot. Um, and when when I do have a little downtime, I haven't really decided to start doing classes, but that is definitely something that I can put in my thought box for future reference. If we reach out, we can have a future discussion about classes. I have tried to set up courses prior to. Again, just my schedule has not permitted for me to actually sit down, get a model, get classes, get sponsors, and all the things that will go into me actually promoting classes. But as soon as I can have a really good sit down and put my thoughts together and do all that, I would love to.
So
Hmm.
jump in his DM, in other words.
Follow him on Instagram, makeup by underscore T. And whenever he drops it, I'm sure he'll put it up on his Instagram.
Definitely going on
And
Instagram.
stay tuned to Vanity's Live because when he drops it, you know we gonna know first.
Absolutely. And we'll make
Exclusive.
sure to share.
Yes. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a collab with you as well, you know?
Yeah.
One
That
thing
would
about
actually
Vanity's
be
Live is
amazing.
we love a collaboration, honey.
That would
Yeah.
actually be amazing. And it can just be a whole Vanities Live class to where people that can just actually, we can do it through Vanities Live. That would actually be a really dope class. Just like Bond. Hey, I think Bonda's already,
Hey,
Bonda,
we
Bonda's the
won't mind that.
pioneer.
Not at all.
Yes.
We will not
We
mind
love all the knowledge and all the skills that we can get from all of the amazingly talented people in this industry. Each one reach one,
that. That's
That's
Absolutely.
right.
how I feel about it, so we
Absolutely.
can all learn from each other.
And
And
you
I
guys have to
have.
check out the photo that Terrance did Ray's makeup. He just did a nice little slay on her, you guys. So we're gonna
Honey, I
put that
mean,
picture up so you can
slay
see
me
the
down,
slay that he
eight
did on her.
down, eight down. I was like, Terrence, I don't wear a lot of makeup. He's like, girl, I got you. I'm like, okay, let me sit back. Let me sit back and shut up. And he just did his thing,
But the
y'all. He
amazing
really
thing is
did.
that you did. You sat back and you let me do what I do. And it came out absolutely beautiful because we all know those people in hair and in makeup that are like, oh, wait, what's going on? And it kind of throws off the creative process at times, right?
Right.
Yes,
Because you know how
So
we can be.
yes,
Wait a minute,
yes.
can you just do this? And that's too much. Like sit
The
back and let
least
me do
amount of
what I
product as possible. No
do.
hairsprays or things like that, which we all want to make sure that people are comfortable.
right.
We definitely do. And there's certain things that we have to, work around sometimes. And it's okay. But when somebody really allows you to just live in your creativity and be like, I'm your muse, those are the best times.
Well, Terrence, we would like to thank you for being our special guest, our very special guest on Vandy's Live. We really appreciate you, and we thank you so much for spending time with us. So
Y'all throw up some
It was
hearts for
my
awesome!
Terrence.
Look,
it
I'm
was my
Okay.
pleasure. I
Throw
love
up
you
them
guys.
hearts.
Thank you guys
Yes,
for having me.
yes.
Thank you
yes,
guys so much for having me.
and thank you to all of
Hey,
our guests as well.
hey, one last thing before we get Terrence, before you have to leave, Terrence, is there any parting words that you could leave for any of our mentees, anybody that wants to find a mentee? I'm sorry, anybody that wants to find a mentor, and any of our viewers who may not understand the importance of having a mentor in this industry.
I would say the importance I would say it's very important to have a mentor in this industry, but I would say follow God, follow your heart, and follow your morals when finding one.
Hmm.
Um, not everybody is the same kind of person, and who you work with is a big core of your life. Um, and who you take things from is a big part of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, you don't always remember people, but you remember how people treated you.
Mhm.
Those are things you take with you. And the same thing with your mentor. Be very aware that this person wants the best for you and wants to watch you grow. Um, and yeah, I would say that's the most important things.
Aw,
Love that.
I agree with you. I did all that. Thank you so very
Of
Ditto, ditto,
course,
ditto.
of course. It was my pleasure. I love you guys.
We love you
We love
back.
you soon. Love you soon. We gonna come see you in Las Vegas, honey.
Come on.
Much love to you, Terrence. We love you. And we
Love you
want to
And
guys
we
thank
will
more.
see you
everyone for
guys next
tuning
week.
in. Make sure you guys follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, you guys.
And we'll see
All
y'all
right.
next week on another very special Vanities Live.
Same
All
time,
Bye
right.
for
same
now.
place.
Enjoy your
Bye bye,
weekend.
Bye.
everybody.
How do I turn it on? Okay.